Hi everybody, we are back, this time to speak about little exercises and principles for core. And voluntarily I say core and not just abs, it's not just about the six-pack for the beach. Core muscles are very important for breathing. So we can work our core in any position, sitting, standing, lying. We will choose the lying position because it's easier to explain all what is involved in it, the principles. The muscles involve the longus, quadratus, the obliques, back muscles, pelvic muscles, diaphragm. All that works when we do our core exercises. So first thing, what is very important when we work on the core is the breathing, like we spoke in a previous video already. So when we breathe in that position, we can put one hand on the stomach, the other hand on the lower back. When we breathe in through the nose, we let the belly out. When we exhale through the mouth, we push the belly in and squeeze the other hand on the ground with the lower back. And we can notice that our hips are doing a nutation and contra-nutation, so tilt and tuck. So with the breathing, when we work on our core, it will always be on the exhale when we contract the muscle and we work on it. So all movements will be with the exhale and no pain, very important. So it's always a good idea to have some exercises we can use as a test. So one I like to do is the bridge, and at the same time it's a good practice for the breathing. So here it is, we breathe in through the belly. When we exhale, we lift the hips, lift one leg, bend the leg, and go down. That is one exhale. So like that. So often, at the beginning, we will see some shaking, tilt, tuck of the hips, but soon, with the progression, it will be easier, more fluid to do this kind of exercise. So another test exercise or posture can be the plank, front plank or side planks. Also interesting in the time, getting easier to do. So the front plank, the problem I find with it is our position. It's not easy, like you can see, to find what is the real position. We don't see in our back. A side plank makes it easier because here we know the back is straight and then we can focus on the position. No pain, shoulder, hips, feet, wherever. That's never good. And then we can use different postures to do the exercise. So now we can work different parts of the muscles. You can find on the web thousands of exercises. If you want to work more with the lower part of the body, the lower part of the muscles, always the same thing. On the exhale, we do the movement. So here, for example, breathe in. When you exhale, you can do this kind of movements, vertical or side bending. Everything is possible. It's good to do 10, 12, 20 repetitions, for example. So now for the upper part of the muscle you want to work, we can do the usual sit-ups or crunches. So we will notice that just lifting the shoulders or going all the way up, it will not contract more the muscles, but it can trigger more pain. So what we can do is just, for example, crossing the arms. You breathe in, and when you exhale, just lift the shoulders. We can do rotations, side bendings to put a little bit more fun into it. Legs bent or not, whatever, do it. So the breathing is always the major principle. Always do the exercise on the exhale, or more or less. isometric exercises, another way to do it, like a plank, but we still want to exhale more, longer than we inhale. I like, for example, this type of postural exercise, isometric. So we lift the legs, we can put the arm in any position, do extension, crossing, twisting, doing some rowing exercise. Just create, have fun. So all these exercises, you can do as many reps you want, as many sessions. It's not bad to do 10, 12, 20 repetitions, but very important, no pain, and exhale as much as possible. So a little word about push-ups. It's often used to do core exercises, but most of the time not in a good way. Too much speed, too much emphasis on the shoulders and whatever, not enough on the position and the breathing. So it's kind of a half isometric postural exercise. So it's better to do it first, focus on a good position, like this, or on the knees, and slowly go down, focus on the shoulder blades, and keep it as efficient as possible. Why not to do, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 10 repetitions, 20 repetitions, whatever you like to do. So if you have a certain routine doing some sport exercises, why not to take 5-10 minutes at the end or in the middle of your routine to do some core exercises. If you do a sport like soccer, rugby, football, whatever, use a ball, use some material to make it more fun. So for example, you lie on your back, you drop a ball and you catch it. It's a nice sit-up type of exercise, but with more fun into it. So these little exercises for your usual routine for your sport, but not only for that. It's good to have an awareness of our body, of our core in our everyday activity. So just standing there, if we contract our core, contract our glutes, that gives a good tonus of our pelvic floor on our core. So if you stand in the bus, for example, and the bus starts, and you have that awareness, it protects your back. Just doing some, like women know that, the Kegel exercises, standing there, we contract our pelvic floor. That gives that kind of routine awareness of the tension of the core, so good protection. So that was it for the little reminders on core exercises, on principles. So take it as a support. Don't stress out with it, just have fun, enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe, put a comment, ask a question, and hope to see you soon for hands-on treatment. See you, have fun.